Line symmetry is when you can draw a line or fold or whatever, and it maps it onto itself. That's the important thing about today, is you have to imagine if I fold it or turn it or whatever, does it map onto itself? So for a line symmetry, you have to be able to draw a line and think about folding it and think about if it would work. So what about this triangle that you see? It's an isosceles triangle. It would have that line. Could I go, I'm sorry, this is zoomed way out. Could I go any other way? I don't think so, because if you did that, like if you tried to go this way, for example, it's not going to fold onto itself, or vice versa this way, because those sides aren't congruent, right? The top two are, but the bottom base is not. Okay, so that's line symmetry. It's important today that you actually draw the lines, because learning. Okay, and now we're going to talk about point symmetry. This is the one that's a little bit weird. A figure has point symmetry if the figure can be mapped onto itself by rotating the figure 180 degrees about a center point. Okay, so you have to imagine if you take this N and you turn it 180 degrees, it would look like itself again. Maybe draw an N on your paper and do that. Draw an N and then turn it upside down, and you will notice that it looks the same. Okay, if something has point symmetry, then it should also have rotational symmetry of 180. But rotational symmetry doesn't have to be 180. Rotational symmetry is if the figure can be mapped onto itself by rotating the figure less than 360 degrees. Okay, so imagine this little guy here. Every time it turns and maps onto the next point, it's going to look the same. How many times will that happen? I actually don't know. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 8? Okay, this happens 8 times. So how many degrees are around a circle? How many degrees? If I go all the way around, that's 360. If I have 360 degrees and I go and I know that's going to happen 8 times, to figure out how many degrees that is, I take 360 and I divide it by 8. And I don't know what that is, so if you could type in your calculator, that'd be great. I feel like I should have known that. Okay. 45 degrees. So it has rotational symmetry every 45 degrees. Or maybe I should say it like this. Every 45 degrees it looks the same. Or it maps onto itself. So you'll take the full circle and you'll divide by how many times it would hit and map onto itself. Okay, so every 45 degrees is what we said. So that would happen 8 times. Okay, so we'll identify how many lines of symmetry. Here's kind of my hint in how we do this. If you're looking at something like this and you notice that it's like its spokes or whatever are congruent, I don't really know how to say this. Each of these sections is kind of equal, okay? So it's not like one side is bigger than the other. That's a hint to you of how many lines of symmetry you should have. So I should have 1, sorry, I count, I'll do in red. So 1, that was pretty bad, but you see what I mean. Okay, so you should draw these 2. 1, but then you can go this way as well, right? 2, 3. So coming from each spoke or each point or whatever, you should have a line of symmetry because it's got like 3 sides. I know it doesn't have 3 sides, but just imagine with me that it did, okay? They're all equal. Okay, so lines of symmetry, how many lines? 3 lines. Rotational symmetry is the angle of rotation. So to figure that out, you would do 360 degrees by the number of turns. It will turn and look like itself again every time it hits that point. So how many times will it do that? 3. Oh my goodness, notice it's the same as the number of lines. Interesting. Okay, so because it's all congruent, 360 degrees divided by 3. 120. 120 degrees of rotational symmetry. and I'm just going to write 120 degrees rotational. You don't have to identify all of them. You're just telling me what that says to me is that every 120 degrees, it looks the same. I turn it another 120. When I hit 240, it's going to look the same. All right, so can you try the snowflake? Oh, cute. Draw the line symmetry. Okay, so obviously you can go from point to point. Okay, but notice how there's 6 sections, and they're all the same, right? That gives you a hint. That means that there should be 6 lines. So where do I get the other 3? Where are they? Yeah, you have to go in between the sides. So stars, things like that. This will happen. So there are, don't count around the circle, okay? There's not 12. You have to think about how many lines did you actually draw. You drew 6, okay? Like that's a common mistake I'll have students do. They'll say 12 because they just go around the circle and they count how many lines they see. But remember, each line extends to the other side. Okay, so 6 lines. And then if I'm doing rotational symmetry, I'm doing 360 divided by what? How many times if I turn it, how many times does it look the same? 6. Oh my goodness, it's the same because there's 6 congruent parts here. Or pieces. 36 divided by 6, quick maths is 60 degrees of rotational symmetry. It's kind of fun. The delta math is actually my absolute favorite because it will actually spin it for you, and it's kind of cool. So then you can see if you got the degrees of symmetry right, because it'll line it up exactly where you tell it to go. I'll let you try the rest. Okay, so let's look at number 15. I think this one, every single year, I don't know why we don't get a better hexagon. This is trying to be a regular hexagon, but it failed. Okay, so we're just going to pretend this is a regular hexagon, okay? So pretend with me, even though it looks a little oblong, pretend that all the sides are congruent. So then how many, it does have line symmetry, for sure. How many? If it's a regular hexagon, so how many sides? They're congruent. There's 6. 1, 2, what am I doing? Oh, I lost it. I was going from point to point. 1, 2, 3. And then you can also go in between. 1, 2, 3. So there are 6 lines. Does it have point symmetry? This is the one that's a little weird. This is the one, if you turn this shape upside down, would it look the same? Yeah. What about rotational symmetry? If you turn it, can it look the same again? Yeah, and if you're checking off point symmetry, you should also check off rotational symmetry because that means that it has 180 rotational symmetry no matter what. But this one gets a little bit more specific because I do 360 divided by 6. And it would be 60 degrees again. Nice. Okay. I don't like that one. I think we'll do 17. And I'll let you try the rest. Okay, so look at number 17 with me. I'll give you a second to decide. You can talk with your neighbors. Does it have line symmetry? So that one, no line symmetry. Do not be deceived if something like that happens. It's okay, but it does have point and rotational. So try the rest. I would love for you to talk to people around you as you work on these, and I will put my answers up in a sec. Urgently. Can you finish these first? Can you swag? Yeah, go ahead. Okay. So I'll put mine on the board if you're scared. You should try yours. Maybe get a pencil next time. Okay. Make sure you tell me how many lines, if it does have lines. Tell me the number of degrees, if it does have. Is that? Yeah, it's 120. your first triangle is equilateral. It does not have point symmetry, so if you flip that triangle upside down, it's not going to look the same. But it does have rotational symmetry, meaning that if you turn it every 120 degrees, it'll look the same. Same kind of situation happens with a star. If you were to flip the star upside down, it's not going to look the same. If you did not identify the lines, number of lines, and the degrees, you need to do that for me. And in case you missed it, yes, this one has none. Rating. This is a plain one. Okay. Number 20 doesn't have any line symmetry. You cannot draw a line through it and make it have a mirror image. But it will look the same. Wait, will it look the same if you flip it this way? Hold on, if you turn it 180 degrees. Yeah, it would look the same. If you turn it 180, which means, yes, it has rotational as well, but only for 180 degrees. The A has some good line symmetry down the middle. Just one. It does not have point symmetry. It would be completely upside down. No. It does not have rotational symmetry. 360 degrees does not count. And the lightning bolt. I think it would only have rotational symmetry for 360 degrees, and that doesn't count. So it has to be less than 360, so you would say none. Because there's no way to turn this, like, to make it map onto itself.